Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And that gets things running.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively. But it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter. And it does allow the fullbacks to play.
Big header! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Ball's played through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Guti, played out towards the right wing. There's the delivery. Beckenbauer tries to clear. And he's picked it up out wide. Hit into the middle. Beckenbauer clears it away.
Gigi Buffon, pretty much peerless in every way, Peter.
Tough to disagree with that. Rarely has a keeper surely commanded quite so much respect.
And from both his own team and the opposition.
Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, it's a great ball here. Beckenbauer. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some...
Oh, smashing header! Mosquera gets good distance on it. Well, that pass isn't the best. And here's Del Piero! Ambitious, but just off target.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Beckenbauer is there, and he can pick it up. First quarter of an hour gone. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's there to get it away. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Mohamed Salah. So we're still where we started right now. For Rice. Now, can they get him away? Szoboszlai. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Crosses in, climbs up big! And that has been clubbed away. He's had it taken off him. And it's Salah. Rice. The pass has gone astray. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Out to the left it goes. Capello receives it in a wide position. Rice. Can he spark a counter here? Salah. Oh, good spread. Threads one in. Brilliantly cut out. Pinged towards the front line.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Aimed beyond the defence. He has found the way through. Del Piero with the cross. Rice.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He steps in, and that's the end of that. Azar. Szoboszlai calmly anticipates. Beckenbauer. Best. Beckenbauer. And here's Cantona. Lofted in. Azar. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Rice has it out wide and in space. And it's Guardiola. And it's Koundé. And the shot's on here. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Shapes to shoot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. He's in a great position here. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Stood up well to him there. Now it's Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai, up he goes! Mohamed Salah. That's a sharp pass.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Beckenbauer. Algier looking to pass their way through. Nice physical challenge. Nicely shaped ball. Costa Curta. Milan are looking to break at pace. Best.
That was lovely, that.
And he's managed to get free. And this is Azar. And we hit half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
A very entertaining half, Peter. The game's being played at a really good intensity. It's been open. It's been quite end-to-end, and I think the crowd are really immersing themselves into this, and I just hope we get more of the same in the second half. Something to look forward to.
So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Takes a shot! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Koundé, Guardiola. Szoboszlai. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Now it's Cantona. Distance on that. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. That's in it. Oh, they could be caught out here. Beckenbauer. Here's Guti. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Cantona receives it in a good position here. And he thumps it clear. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Adams. And it's Azar. Up towards the hour mark and still no goals. He's found a way through. Looking to go deep. Keeper has taken decisive action. Azar is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Azar. Oh, well played, well played. Shot could be on. Hazard is flagged offside. Deftly away. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Szoboszlai. They get a throw in.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to win.
Oh, shooting chance! They've done it! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Angers are in front now, the game's only goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Looking for a runner. No, he's just misjudged that one. Beckenbauer. Nicely weighted ball.
Such good technique.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Azar! Mohamed Salah.
Angers couldn't really be more watertight in midfield, not a trickle.
Goes for the shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Can he get on the end of this? Looking for the run.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Szoboszlai. Oh, terrible pass. And that is as far as they're going to go. Rice picks it up out wide.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Changement. Le numéro 17.
Angers can make their change now with a break in play.
À leur place, le numéro 11.
Beckenbauer has created one goal already. Good ball, good take. Nicely spread.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Beckenbauer. And he has been fouled there. Raul. At best. No, that's been intercepted. David Villa.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Played down the flank. No luck with that dink over the top. Angers clearly now in lead preservation mode. And here's Donatoni. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. That's that, the end. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
Nous rappelons à nos chers spectateurs
So
que le
what do you
programme
take
du
away
match
from it all,
et
Jim?
d'autres
Look, I think a draw
accessoires
might have
sont
been a much
disponibles à la
fairer
boutique
result
du
today.
club.
It's just that one crucial second-half goal. That's what cost them.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're up and running.
Yaya Toure will be key here, Peter. His versatility and drive makes him a nightmare for the opposition.
He was actually a much more conventional holding midfield player in his younger days, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he's come on in leaps and bounds since then. In fact, he's at his best when partnered with a defensive midfielder like that, because it means he has license to just join the attack.
So he's benefited a lot from his new role.
Yeah, it's brought so much more out of him. He's a true all-round player now.
Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. had to make that, and he did make it. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Cruyff. In towards the back stick. And the header is disappointing in the end.
Ibrahimovic made such good movement to get in position there. We were all expecting much more. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Mateus. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Thinks about the shot. And that should get the job done. Best. And Mateus. Rummenigge is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. A probing pass. And for a moment... Oh no, what has happened here? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And smartly reclaimed. Still goalless at the moment. Yaya Toure. Guardiola. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Best. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Guardiola. Nicely shaped ball. Big chance! Goal! Milan! There was to be only one outcome.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And that is expertly dealt with. Can he spark a counter here? Koundé. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Now it's Ibrahimovic. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. Toure cuts it out. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Ibrahimovic. Mateus. Cruyff. Barcelona deciding to turn to the long ball now. That is pretty evident.
Yeah, it is clear that they've decided to take a more direct route to goal now, but, you know, they can't just continue doing this and make it predictable. And importantly, they've got to look to win the second ball. If they do that, they should get right up the pitch.
Yeah, they really should.
Milan really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Ibrahimovic. Looking for a runner. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Cruyff. Rummenigge. Looking to play him in. He's being urged to shoot. And he gets rid in a hurry. Guardiola. Searching pass he's played there. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Yaya Toure. Cruyff. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Played out to the right. He's found the way through. Oh, what has happened here? Cruyff! And again! It's anyone's ball now. And he's there to belt it away. And it's Yaya Toure. And that'll be the last act of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Milan have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Hazard, well, that looks a decent ball. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And it's Ibrahimovic. Rafael Varane is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. It's a searching pass. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Dani Olmo to Hazard. And it's Rice. Short changes him with that pass. Best. Yaya Toure. That's a sharp pass. It's Hullet. Milan are still that goal to the good. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Maldini kept his eye on it, and he's there. The defence opting here for strength in numbers. Varane cuts out the pass. Pass somewhat off target. Dani Olmo. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Nicely weighted ball. Great vision. And this is Hazard. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they've settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Turns and goes back.
Barcelona really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
He's on it, can he get away? It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Best. Yaya Toure. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Oh, that's a fine interception. And he's heaved it away. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Rummenigge! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ambitious ball here. It's played through for him. It's a promising position. Cross into the box. And that has been knocked clear.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
(1-0) as we head towards the end. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nice looking ball. Oh, his big chance! Goes for a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
So here comes a substitution. Guardiola with the short one. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep.
Milan can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 11, el dorsal 9.
Yeah, can see things others simply cannot.
El dorsal 7, el dorsal 8. Kaká.
Oh, important interception. Mosquera clears. There'll be a minute of stoppage time. Some really good ball movement. That's good defending, very good defending.
Well,
so that's it, it is all over. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Any reflections on what you've seen? On hype, expectation, emotion, the game yet to kick off, the excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And that gets things running. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, this team has a great engine room in the shape of this guy, Tchouaméni. The Frenchman being a robust, relentless pressing machine who also excels in ball retention and recycling. I noticed he's surprisingly good at progressing play when on the ball too. Keep watching him.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. That's beautifully weighted. Shot a goal!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Dani Olmo, and it's Rice. David Villa. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Milan finding their passes. He's being urged to shoot. Oh, right place, right time. Now it's Villa. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Guardiola. And it's Rice. Look at the space here. Milan still without a single shot on target. Mbappe is onto this. Dani Olmo can so cleverly bypass the press.
Milan are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
That ball looks a good one. Chiellini deals with that comfortably. Tchouaméni. De Bruyne. Now it's Mbappe. It's Kimmich. Tchouaméni. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Dani Olmo. He's on it, can he get away? And the finish! Goal, Milan! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Milan have broken through, it's 1-0.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And the pass is intercepted. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Not the most accurate pass. Well, that is one way to stop him. Beckenbauer. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And it's Rice. De Bruyne. Mbappe. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Milan are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Pass it through. And this is Batistuta. Can he finish? It's a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Danny Olmo. Well, that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Koundé. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Villa. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Searching pass he's played there. Can he get onto this? It is a corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. Danny Olmo with the clearance. And the first half is done. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So once again, we're underway. And it's Serginho. Ball driven towards the far post. And this is Batistuta. And that is masterful defending.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Koundé. Now, can they get him away? Can he latch on to this? Danny Olmo. David Villa. Good read, needed to be. It's a searching pass.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Azar. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, it's come loose. Danny Olmo tries a shot! Goal! Milan! And again they hit the front. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Milan get themselves into the lead. David Villa! David Villa! Brilliant! A finish of true class! And there's the goal they've been looking for. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Now it's Villa. Milan have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in control. He's having a shot! Just relentless! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game? And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
There was a distinct lack of pressure there, Peter. It was a good finish, but it was made easy. That's poor defence.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. There's the whistle. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. It's out of play, and it is a goal kick. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. That's an imaginative pass. That looks a good ball through, and he's in on goal. Oh, shooting chance! Xavi Alonso, played into space, and he's cut it out. And that interception, Dani Olmo! It's going to be another throw. And the shot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Oh, that's a key interception. Guardiola. Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo! And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Dani Olmo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. So it is still 0-0. He's in a great position. He's having a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Gets a good foot in there. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Beckenbauer is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Probably be looking to play it square from here. They're taking a moment to consider their options. Defending of the desperate variety. Milan with the corner, they're first. This is, and the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Milan have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And now a sudden chance to counter. Kirkchu. And he's managed to get free. Beckenbauer gets it clear.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's got away. Howson calmly anticipates.
Milan are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And he's chosen to go back. Always onto this. Dani Olmo can see things others simply cannot. And the pass is intercepted. Rice looking to play him in. There's the shot! They want to be quick to recover this. He's found a way through. Xavi Alonso still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. He won't be happy with that one. Guardiola. It's a searching pass, but it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Well, that pass isn't the best. And it's Olmo. Well, that has not gone well. Xavi Alonso. Mateus. And that's really well manoeuvred. Ambitious ball here. Spread neatly.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Mateus. Kilitshoy. Azar. Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there.
indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Oh, that's a chance, surely! Goal, Germany! And Germany are in front. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace.
And the whistle goes for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And we're underway again.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Guardiola. Nicely shaped ball. Great chance! Oh, what has happened here? That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Kilitshoy. Hazard. Koundé. Nicely weighted ball. Xavi Alonso. Hazard. He has found the way through. Chooses to go back.
Milan clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
of his goal. Milan still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Kilitshoy looking for options for movement. Can he finish? Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there. Held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
And the referee has brought play back and showed him a yellow card. Guardiola. Searching pass he's played there. And that is expertly dealt with.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Thinks about the shot. And he gets rid in a hurry. Rice, nice looking ball, floated through. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Danger averted for now. Now it's Messi. Messi going face to face with his great rival. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Milan are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
He's gone for goal! And for a moment, time stood still.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Milan have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Now it's Hazard. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Just about up to 75 minutes. Oh, it's played into the area. Little pass back. Now it's Villa. Shoots! He's got a goal! And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this. Germany really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Great vision. Pass somewhat off target. Can he get it through? Mohamed Salah being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Donatoni. Guardiola. And it's Rice. Plays a sharp little ball here. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Now, can they get him away? And he shoots! Goal, Milan! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Well, most of those go high and wide because of their difficulty. He made it look like he does it every day.
Milan get themselves into the lead.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He's shifting through the gears here. Khan claims comfortably.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Decent chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. The pass has gone astray.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And it's Messi. That's the throw. Mbappe. Germany looking to pass that. Shot a goal! The message is simple: defend this with your lives. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. David Villa with the clearance. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Milan have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it's away we go then. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct.
And chance for a shot! That is simply breathtaking!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So, a breakthrough already. An uncompromising challenge. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Little pass back. Yeah, he's fouled him there. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Marquinhos cuts out the pass. And he's chosen to go back. That is a brilliant interception. Azar. And the counter is on. Played into space out wide. No, he's just misjudged that one. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And it's Olmo. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Guardiola. Howson kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Neymar. Nicely weighted ball. Decent chance! They've scored! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And here's Osimhen. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. He's in a great position here. And it's Xabi Alonso. Azar can so cleverly bypass the press. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Oh, delightful ball. And he's lost his chance, surely! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Mosquera does really well there, he is strong. Costa Curta. That's a cute ball. Marquinhos calmly anticipates. Timber gets it away. Guardiola. Probing pass. Good ball over the top. Oh, what has happened here? Takes a shot! Goal, Milan! And they get themselves in front! Was there ever any doubt?
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Milan get themselves into the lead. Mosquera. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Face to face with the keeper. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Vardiol. Neymar. Indonesia finding their passes. Now it's Akliush. Akliush looking to penetrate opposition lines. Guardiola. Oh, it's come loose. And here's Osimhen. Rice. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
2 minuti di recupero.
Koundé. Beckenbauer. That's an imaginative pass. Marquinhos cuts it out. He's through here. Just the goal. Tries a shot! He scored! Again in a trice, and they are soaring! And the first 45 minutes are up.
Milan are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Milan head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Change of plan here, perhaps.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a...
Akliouche! Really well taken goal. And the second half is off to a flyer. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Oh, he's been caught napping. Akliouche, and he shoots! It is a fantastic goal! A finish of true class! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, serious.
Shot a goal! Goal!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Howson is always looking to break lines. Out towards the flank. He's got away. Timber's cross.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Costa Curta. Hazard stood his ground strongly. And the finish! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner.
Cambio di giocatori.
Guardiola goes short. And a chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
And smartly reclaimed. Azar. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Koundé. Dani Olmo. He's not got that quite right. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Rice. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Goes for a shot! Oh, taken with style! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, I'd happily...
And the shot! In he goes again! No mistake! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Indonesia go into the lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. Indonesia surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. It's a pretty loose pass. Koundé gets across to intercept that. Milan are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Indonesia nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And the shot! Goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 14. Hazard. Lascia il campo per il numero 8.
Indonesia can make their change now with a break in play. Indonesia could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Mohamed Salah. Rice. Donadoni. Looking for options for movement. McAllister. Simons. Here's Vitinha. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Donadoni. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Milan illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them to start with. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And already we're underway here. Well, we hardly need reminding, Jim, of the strengths of David Beckham. He could play a huge part in the outcome of this game.
Yeah, he's one of a kind, isn't he, Peter? No one could match his accuracy or technique in delivering the ball. On top of that, you have his...
And a chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Great vision. Big chance! There it is!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So, a breakthrough already. It's played through for him. He has found a way through. Can he finish? It's there! 2, and we've barely begun here. Well, how's that for a class finish?
That's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And this is Hazard. It's Hazard! It's a loose ball. Robertson going full steam ahead down the left flank. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Still pretty early days, but the difference in fortune is very clear. Costa Curta. And shifted it to the flank.
Milan are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Rijkaard. Xavi Alonso. Zanetti. And Neymar. Tries to play it through. He's going for goal! Oh, that is outstanding! About as smooth as it gets. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Looking for options for movement. This ended up in no man's land. And he was quick to react. Well, that's a little loose. Serves up across. Robertson. Can he get on the end of this? Played it again. Neymar. Xavi Alonso. Van Basten. Now it's Xavi Alonso. And it's Van Basten. Zanetti. Ball played for Rijkaard. Now it's Van Basten. And it's Olmo. And the finish! No, poor contact, nothing on the shot.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Played back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
And this is Del Piero. And this is Xavi Alonso. Diving header! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Passes short and sharp. Hazard has it in a wide position. Aims beyond the defence. And he's match chance for a shot! In he goes again. Just cruising. They are cruising. Just cruising. They are cruising. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Milan are having a ball here. Dani Olmo receives it in a good position. Dani Olmo! And that's past the post.
Milan certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Beckham. Pass somewhat off target. Del Piero. Beckham. Oh, good take in a good area. He can get that clear. Ball's gone out of play. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. That has not gone well. Zanetti. And the whistle goes for half-time. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Milan really are in control here. They've done exactly what they set out to do. There's a genuine flow about their football, and some of the stuff they've played so far has been great on the eye.
Milan pretty much out of sight here. It really has been a one-sided game so far. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Now this could be a chance. Great challenge, time to perfection. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well timed, excellent interception. Dani Olmo conjures time and space where few can. Xabi Alonso wins the duel this time. Oh, they could be caught out here. Rijkaard. Saliba. He's in a great position here. He's got full. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
He's on it. Can he get away? Well, there's the clearance. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And the flag has stayed down. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Nice sequence of passes this. Tries a measured ball, and he's cut it out. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Del Piero. Now it's Van Basten. Spread it left. Lofted in. Mosquera attempts a clearance. Rijkaard. Great vision. Shot a goal! Robertson. Robertson is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 21. Viene sostituito con il numero 19. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. And as you can see, we've already started here. Two tribes going toe-to-toe. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
Messi, played out towards the right wing. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Spread out to the left. Well, that's an excellent interception. And they've got rid. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Dinks one through.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Rice. Oh, that's well spotted. It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Rice was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And it's Mendes. Xavi Alonso. And it's Tchouaméni. And here's Vinicius Junior. And Carvajal. Messi. No, it's not getting there. It's a searching pass. Baresi gets over and intercepts. Looking for the run.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Yeah, we're actually currently watching a contest of insipid probing. The only way is up, I hope.
And here's Yamal. Rice. Dani Olmo. Can he get it through? Now it's Dani Olmo. He's found a way through. He's having a go.
Inter clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
And he's there to get it away. Oh, lovely feet, he is such a good mover. And it's Xavi Alonso, getting on for a third of the way through the game. Oh, well played. Now, can they get him away? Tchouaméni. And it's Xavi Alonso. And that's a throw-in. Crosses it in here. Mosquera getting this one clear. Nice interception, well timed. Nuno Mendes. Tchouaméni. Vinicius Junior. He is starved of space and time. And that is as far as they're going to go. Nicely shaped ball. Dink through. Chance for a shot! In he goes again. Now, who's going to be first to this? Yamal. Carvajal receives it in a wide position. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, sweet feet. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Carvajal really needed to be much faster then, much more decisive.
Hazard providing an outlet on that flank. Yamal, oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Searching pass he's played there. Van der Ven, try. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Ricordiamo a tutti I tifosi che tra poco sul maxi schermo saranno trasmessi gli orari dei treni speciali.
There's the start of the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Tchouaméni gets rid without sophistication. Oh, this looks sharp. And that pass just didn't quite work. Yamal. Messi. Yamal. Carvajal is always looking to play quality balls. Oh, good spread. Thinks about the shot. Dani Olmo.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well timed, excellent interception. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. That has been cut short. Hazard. And now the breakaway. Aimed beyond the defence. Carvajal. Inter Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've chased...
And the shot!
beautifully...
And another try! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
There's a certain aura about him today. Tremendous.
Can he finish? Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Milan with another corner. Milan have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. An instinctive delivery. No, couldn't quite control it.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
113 spettatori.
Probing pass. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Dani Olmo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
So, third corner of the game. Guardiola plays it short. And this is Hazard. It's Hazard! No, poor contact, nothing on the shot.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
He's chosen to go back. He's in plenty of space here. Dani Olmo! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Played into space. Good ball over the top. Shot a goal! There's a goal! The breakthrough arrives at last! And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Oh, they could be caught out here. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side.
Vinicius Junior is having a shot! It's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Inter Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Carvajal. And Jamal. Milan are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Gets a good foot in there. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Messi is behind this one. So, a genuine... Messi! Good ball, good take. Guardiola has a look and plays it forward. And it's Salah. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Looking to play him in. Neymar gets into a good position. Bonatoni. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And it's made its way to him. Vinicius Junior. Neymar. Nuno Mendes. And it's Tchouaméni. Now Van de Ven.
Pretty robust defending.
Rice. And it's Salah. That's a cute ball. Well read. And the danger is averted. It's come to nothing. Nuno Mendes. And it's Tchouaméni. And that's it. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit. And those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. So bring it on. Hike expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's down to business here.
Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism.
He's having a go! He's missed, but not by that far.
Suarez has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Searching pass he's played there. And he's managed to get rid.
Guardiola. Mosquera. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
Zanetti. And he welcomes it in. And this is Luis Suarez. Decent chance! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Suarez deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Good play on the left-hand side here. Neymar. And it's Rijkaard. And here's Neymar.
Neymar really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He's a sharp little ball here. Milan
Yet to have an attempt on goal.
Can he latch on to this?
Costa Curta.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
He's being chased here by an unwelcome guest.
That's a little off target.
Neymar. That's good play. Neymar tries looking up for options on the left. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Now there's a fine ball. Can he finish? It's there! A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
Number 9, Luis
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
Guardiola.
Pinches it off him. And here's Neymar. Oh, such a clever... It's Neymar! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Guardiola. And it's Rice.
For Rice. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Rummenigge. Neymar. Tries a shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Rice. Half-time getting close now. Guardiola. Oh, easy pickings there. Now he's got space here. No luck with that dink over the top. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Aims beyond the defence. That's a good real chance! And we hit half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Please be made aware that smoking is only permitted in designated areas within these grounds.
Substitution in progress.
That gets things going for the second half.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Not the most accurate pass. Oh, that's clever. David Villa receives it in a wide position. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. That has been knocked clear. Now it's Villa. Baresi with a definite foul there. No joy this time. Has a look and plays it forward. Knocks it into space. Oh no, that was never going to make it. No, again there's no way through. Milan come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Rummenigge. Now it's Neymar. Rummenigge! Dani Olmo can so cleverly bypass the press. That's an imaginative pass. Well, they've got it again.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. Costa Curta wins the duel this time. That is ended up in no man's land. Your impression so far, Jim?
Milan are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
It's a pretty loose pass. Rijkaard. Tries to play it through. And that is expertly dealt with.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Pass somewhat off target. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. It's Neymar! Now, who's going to be first to this? Tries to crash through the challenge, but no. Costa Curta did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to... Dani Olmo! He's got a goal! AC Milan are all square. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Look at chance, surely! Goal, Milan! And the comeback is complete!
The goal...
Oh, delicious, such devilish curls.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Substitutions taking place.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Milan face to... He's going for goal! It's hit the upright. Costa Curta with the clearance. Now, can they get him all? That one away.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
And we have our very first corner. Guardiola plays it short. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. It's going to be another corner, I think. Corner number 2, then. Guardiola with the short one. Now it's Villa.
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Rummenigge. Oh, nicely intercepted. That's a cute ball. Nicely worked. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Deftly away.
Birmingham really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Played into space. Always onto this. And he's had it nicked away. Guardiola. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Shot could charge for a shot!
At his time.
And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. Threads one in. Oh, robust challenge. He's been taken out. Could that be a penalty? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Zanetti has been sent off. It was deemed a professional foul.
Yes, sadly he knew exactly what he was doing and he had to go with the risk.
Guardiola ready to try one.
Well,
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Milan have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this.